Alright, everybody, let's lock in and watch this. This is going to be great.
LMFAO.
All right, let's dive into this explainer. Picture this. You're sitting at a desk, staring down at a blank math test. You look at a geometry problem, and honestly, it feels like you're trying to read some ancient, untranslatable language. Lines intersecting everywhere, X's and Y's just floating around, and you have literally no idea where to even begin. Trust me, we've all been there. But what if I told you there's a hidden logic to the whole shebang? Today, we're going to discover how quadrilaterals actually act like a massive family tree. Instead of memorizing this random, disjointed list of rules you're just going to forget anyway, we're going to see how shapes inherit powerful genetic traits directly from their parent. By the end of this, you'll have the ultimate cheat codes to solve these geometric mysteries with absolute ease.
So here's how we're going to map out this family tree together. First, we'll look at the quadrilateral DNA, then the trapezoid branch. Third is the power of parallelograms, followed by rectangles and rhombi, and finally, number 5, the overachieving square. Get ready, because we are systematically unlocking these cheat codes right now.
All right, section 1,
Maverick.
quadrilateral DNA, establishing the fundamental rules. To understand any, first gotta look at the ancestral DNA, right? For all quadrilaterals, this foundational genetics boils down to 2 absolutely non-negotiable facts. Their polygons
exactly
4 sides, and their interior angles will always, without fail, add up to exactly 3.
Hold on, it's on our Google Glass right now. Yeah, it's right here. It's the quadrilateral family tree.
Does the girl on the left represent?
Parallel lines, I guess?
No, that's what the guy on the right represents.
360 degrees. Every single shape we talk about today inherits this basic framework.
I don't know.
Epstein laser eyes.
Notice the distinction here on the screen. This is literally the #1 trap in geometry. You must never, ever confuse the slant of a line with its actual length. Parallel simply means 2 lines have the exact same slant or slope. They can go on forever and they will never, ever touch. Congruent, on the other hand, means they have the exact same length, the exact same distance. You know, you can have parallel lines that are totally different lengths, and you can have congruent lines pointing in completely different directions.
Why is one of them
Remembering this crucial difference between slant and length, that's the absolute key to unlocking everything that follows in our family tree. Moving on to section 2, the trapezoid branch, starting the inheritance.
Yo, who is this?
Let's look at the first major branch of the family, the trapezoid. This is where the inheritance really begins to take shape. The trapezoid inherits those 360-degree interior angles and 4 sides from its quadrilateral
What am I watching,
ancestor,
bro?
but it adds its very own defining trait to the bloodline.
Scale-lead object.
The totally crucial point here is this. Just having at least 1 pair of parallel sides, meaning 1 pair of sides with the exact same slant, promotes a basic quadrilateral
some teachers hate when you use AI, but then they
make
you
watch in our family.
ass.
And because of this parallel trait, it also develops a neat little quirk, where its median, that line running straight through the middle horizontally, is exactly the average of its 2 parallel bases. It's a modest step up from the basic ancestor, sure, but it's an incredibly important foundation for the whole family lineage.
TRP
Section 3,
Zoid.
the power of parallelograms. Meet the successful sibling.
Guys, let's take a moment and analyze this. What is this? What does this contribute to anything?
This is the tree.
What are
is that a tree made out of parallelograms?
This is the menu button? It's the X button on a controller?
It's the family tree.
Oh!
Now, if we look at the other main branch of the family tree, we find the parallelogram. And wow, this is the highly successful
Those
sibling.
diagonals
It
do
inherits
not
everything
go
from
to
the
the
standard
angles.
quadrilateral base, but then it stacks on 5 strict, incredibly powerful new rules that just completely change the game.
And they made sure to add
Listen
angles
closely
for
to these, because
her.
they're absolutely vital. Both
I don't
pairs
even
of
know, bro.
opposite sides are parallel. Plus, both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, meaning equal in length. Both pairs of opposite angles are perfectly congruent too. Then any 2 adjacent angles, you know, the ones right next to each other, are supplementary, meaning they add up to 180 degrees. And finally, their diagonals perfectly bisect each other. They basically act like swords, cutting each other exactly in half right at the center.
That's a rectangle,
These
though.
5 inherited properties aren't just trivia. They're basically superpowers.
That's not a rectangle.
They allow you
slanted.
to instantly decipher complex
These aren't just
algebraic
trivia.
mysteries that would otherwise seem totally impossible. Let me show you exactly what I mean. For instance, take a look at this algebraic geometry puzzle straight from the
That's a
source material.
triangle.
We've got a parallelogram where
what are we
side
talking about,
AB
kid?
is represented by the expression 5x minus 4. The opposite side, CD, is
AB
2x plus
equals
14.
5x4.
So, how on earth do we find
whatever you
x
said.
when all we have are 2 floating algebraic expressions and absolutely 0 angles to work with? Well, this is exactly where those family traits complete.
Hang on. Did the voice just change, or am I losing my mind?
I'm pretty sure
and
it did.
absolutely zero angles to work with. Well, this is exactly where those family traits completely save the day. By simply remembering
Wait,
the opposite
isn't that
sides of
Monaco?
congruent family trait of the parallelogram, we immediately unlock the equation. Think about it. If the opposite sides are equal in length, well then their expressions must be equal too. We just set 5x minus 4 equal to 2x plus 14. You subtract 2x, add 4, and boom, we effortlessly solve the puzzle to find that x equals 6. The geometry literally tells us how to set up the algebra, and suddenly the puzzle just solves itself. Which brings us to section 4.
Hey, get out of the way, I can't see the text.
The specialized cousins. Let's see how this
why did the
builds,
voice
because
change
the
again?
parallelogram has
LMAO.
the specialized cousins. Let's see how this builds, because the parallelogram has two very specialized
different people
offspring, the rectangle and the rhombus. They're kind of like cousins that went into completely different career paths, but still share the exact same foundational genetics. First up, the rectangle. The rectangle really straightens the family out. It inherits all 5 of those parallelogram superpowers we just discussed, but it demands even more order. It ensures all 4 of its internal angles are perfect 90-degree right angles. And it demands that its intersecting diagonals are exactly the same length. They are perfectly congruent corner to corner. Because we know this specific genetic trait, if we encounter another mini-mystery asking for the value of x using just the diagonals of a rectangle, we know exactly what to do. Here, diagonal AC is 2x plus 15, while diagonal BD is 4x minus 5. And this brilliantly illustrates how the rectangle's specific genetic trait of congruent diagonals makes finding x a total breeze. Since the diagonals are equal, we just set 2x plus 15 equal to 4x minus 5. Do the quick math, and x equals 10. It's such a triumphant feeling, right? The problem practically surrenders because you knew the family secret. Meanwhile, the rhombus is sort of the edgy cousin of the family. It also inherits all those parallelogram traits, but instead of caring about perfect 90-degree angles in its corners like the rectangle does, it cares immensely about its sides and its center. It demands all 4 of its outer sides be completely equal in length. Furthermore, its diagonals must cross at perfectly perpendicular right angles right in the dead center. Imagine looking at the inside of a rhombus for a second. Those intersecting diagonals actually divide the entire inside space into 4 perfect right triangles. And to top the whole thing off, those diagonals completely bisect the corner angles, slicing them right down the middle as they exit the shape. Let's test this out with a puzzle featuring the sides of a rhombus.
How many different voices?
If side PQ is 3x plus 8 and the adjacent side QR is 2x plus 17, how do we find x? Now think about this. Normally, adjacent sides of a basic parallelogram,
different voices.
The ones right next to each other, aren't necessarily equal at all. The top side might be way longer than the left side. But remember, this isn't a basic parallelogram, because we know the rhombus inherited the 4 equal sides rule.
What is he thinking about the bottom right, by the way?
Instantaneous. We confidently
the
set
bottom
3x
right,
plus
that guy's
8 equal to 2x plus 17.
The guy that said the guy from
Subtract
Dr.
2x.
Stone, bro.
Okay, take a moment here. What are the gems for?
Where?
Are we collecting the Infinity Stone?
Wait.
Why is he thinking of puzzle pieces?
Chaos
He's
Emeralds.
thinking puzzle pieces that don't even go together.
LMAO.
It's the Chaos Emeralds.
Subtract 8 and x equals 9.
The Chaos
Simple as
Emeralds.
that. Once again, knowing the shape's specific identity gives you the exact algebraic formula you need. Section 5. The overachieving square. Inheriting it all. Finally, we reach the bottom of the family tree.
Oh my god, it's the overachieving
This
square.
is the golden child.
I like how there's not a single square in sight.
Yeah, I see a kite.
There's a rectangular prism, this like crystal,
Yes.
a kite,
There's a couple triangles.
like a rectangle.
Yeah, and there's just some triangles in the background.
Overachiever of
Don't worry,
geometry.
at least this guy's pointing
the
at it,
square.
you know?
And
He's got that-
honestly,
that
here's the
almost.
wildest thing
He's
about
got
the
that
square.
intact.
And this is your ultimate takeaway. A
Don't worry, this
square
kid's paying
actually
attention.
has 0 unique properties of its own. Let that sink in.
Why did he say it like that?
0 properties of its own.
It has 0 unique
Wait.
properties of its own. Let that
Of
sink
its
in for a
own.
second. 0.
I see a square.
Instead, it simply inherited every single trait from the parallelogram, the rectangle, and the rhombus all at once. By definition, it's a quadrilateral with 4 right
NVM.
angles, just like the rectangle, and 4 congruent sides, just like the rhombus. Both of those must be present for it to be a square. If you trace the flow of inheritance downward on this matrix, look at how the parallelogram starts it off with parallel opposite sides.
Quick side note, what is going on down here? What is happening to my guy?
Why
They're
does it
fusing into one,
explode?
What is this arrow
Kaboom.
pointing to? Is this entire graph meant for this guy?
Collision, 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 collision.
Yes.
Then
This
the path
chart is
split.
meant for him.
The rectangle adds the 4 right angles. The rhombus takes a totally different path, adding 4 congruent sides instead. But look at the very bottom row. The square checks every single box. It truly is the ultimate combination of every shape that came before it.
I don't see
So
no
I'm going to
check
leave you with
marks.
this classic brain bender. Keep this family tree of
Classic brain
inherited
bender.
traits in your mind. If a shape inherits traits downward through the branches, it means every single square is technically a rectangle, but is every rectangle a square? Think about the genetic traits we literally just mapped out. Understand this flow, and you will never, ever be tricked by this ultimate geometry question or really
Classic
any
brain
algebraic shape
bender.
puzzle ever
No.
again.
Not every single rectangle is a square.
Oh,
but every
thank you
single
for the
square is a
advertisement.
rectangle.
I learned so much from that. I am so much more. I'm so much more informed.
LMAOO.
That was awesome.
Yes.
We all joined together to watch it.
Quadrilateral family tree.
Wait, Maverick, were you there for the quadrilaterals?
No.
I'll play a second of it. I'll play the chorus.
The chorus?
Get lost. Yeah. They are polygons.
What the f is this?
Have 4 sides we can classify like a family tree. They're all
dying.
related
I don't know what you
and different. Let's see.
Hit it. LM foe.
by themselves, no parallel sides.
Yes. It is.
Kenneth said the beat is just there to be there.
Yeah, like, he doesn't even fucking sing with the beat 90% of the time.
Megaphone. Megaphone.
No, shut the fuck up, Mom.
Smile. It's
Love you, Mom.
What?
For half the song, it's the exact same thing. Hang on, this is when it starts.
Electrons are lost there and go.
I see.
We had to listen to this.
LMAO.
For like,
Oh my god, the peak video.
Tupper, you're back? Tupper, yeah, remember this?
The greatest video.
Through the cathode and reduce the cations, and the anions go through the salt bridge back to where we start.
Guys,
at
I
the
could turn on
anode.
to like double speed.
Electrons are lost there.
Where?
And go through the wire and through the load
We
on
can just
fire.
skip on.
They enter the cathode,
It
reduce
does
the
this for
ions,
like
and go
the
through
rest of the song.
and through the load on fire.
It's that for the rest of the song. We had to listen to that. You can ask Tupper.
They enter the cathode and reduce the cations, and the anions go through the salt bridge back to
0.25x speed.
where? The anode.
We were all waiting for this outro.
Dude,
We are all fucking
Yes, I was waiting.
Where? We start at
The anode.
every time it reset,
Electrons are
we're
lost
slowly
there
going more insane.
and go through the wire.
We are all bumping to this
Yeah.
song this
the
summer.
load on fire. They enter
This is the
the
song.
cathode
Songs we are all
and
bumping to
reduce
this
the
summer.
cations, and the anions go through
I
the
think the
salt
last
bridge
one,
back to
like this thing in the
where?
last one is pretty
Where?
weird.
We start at the anode. Electrons are lost there and go through the wire and through the load on fire. They enter the
What is he doing there?
Yeah, that one.
What
You
is-
don't remember that?
What is Thrum doing there? Kenan, he had a collab.
and through the load on fire.
What is he doing here? Get out of the way, dude.
They enter through the
Bro,
Look at
move!
this.
Electrons are lost there.